Do you know the difference between an array and a hash table? So in PowerShell, an array is like this. You use the @ symbol and then open parentheses and define your fruits in this example. So we've got apple, banana, and cherry. But you can also have array with mixed data type. So here we have a number, then we have a string, then we have a boolean. You can then print the array with the index number like this. So if I just run this code here, then as you can see, the first fruit printed is apple because that's in position 0. If I print the mixed one as a whole, you can see all of them are printed. So what's the difference between array and hash table? So hash table in other languages such as Python and C# is known as a dictionary. You could interchange the words because they mean the same thing. What actually defines the hash table or a dictionary? Well, it basically means it's a key value pair. And what we mean by that is just think of like your dictionary. You look up a word and that word has a definition. So here, for example, we're looking up name. That's the key. That's the word. What's the definition of that word? It's the name of the person, Sarah in this instance. Then you have age. What age? Then that means 30. City, London. So that's what a hash table or dictionary basically means. Nothing more complex than this. So as you can see, the difference between array is array doesn't have the key part. So it doesn't have like a lookup value where you can't say find me name over fruit as such. These are just list of fruits. Okay. So that's how I would understand it. These are list of fruits. So here it's much more structured data type. Some might even say it looks like a class. So in this instance, it's not a class. You can refer to it officially as a dictionary or a hash table. So here you've got the name, age, city, and then you can access those like this. So notice with the fruits, you have to use the index number. Here, because it's a dictionary, you can actually just use the variable name and then in the square brackets, notice the square brackets there, we put name because that's what we're looking up. So if I do this and if I just run this bit here, then you can see it's printed name. You might be wondering how come I only selected this line and ran, because I ran this earlier and this was already in memory. So when you do run selection, it goes in memory and then you can access any of the properties like this. So this is how PowerShell works. And then here you can actually change the data type. So here we change the age from 30 number to 30 words here. So you can do that. And that's, you might say, the mixed data type there. And then you can print that age and you will see that we get the output 30. So here, I hope this is made clear. What is the difference between an array and hash table, also known as a dictionary? Notice how they have slightly different syntax. They both start off with the @ symbol here and here, but then arrays use parentheses in PowerShell and dictionaries or hash tables use the curly brackets here. And then you can access the properties for arrays using the index number. But for hash tables, you can access it with the actual key value here, which is name, and then its value is here, Sarah. You can loop through your keys like this if you wanted to. So here we go for each loop, and then if I run this, and as you can see, it's printed out name, age, city, because it's going through the key, and that the key is using person, which is the variable name. And notice that every time it's using a variable here, which is key, which is basically all the keys, which is name, age, and city. So those are then the key values, and those are printed out here. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video on explaining the difference between array and hash tables.